Hi friends, hi, hello, how are you? Happy Monday. Sorry I haven't done any updating really this weekend. It's been kind of crazy but also laid back, chill kind of weekend, which is kind of nice. Well, no, it's just flat been crazy now that I think about it. Saturday, we hosted a surprise retirement party for my aunt, so that was fun. Yeah, then we just kind of hung out and I read through the entirety of Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I will give you a whole update on later. And then Sunday we went to church, and then Justin and I went to a Shinedown concert with some friends of ours, so that was a nice little evening. And so here we are. Happy Labor Day, happy Monday. Just like most of, the United States, I don't have to work. And so I will be probably spending a lot of time today reading. I tried to ask Justin if we could decorate outside, but he said it's supposed to be 95 degrees outside. It can wait until it's a little cooler. So I said, okay, that's fine. Okay. I pouted a little, but that's okay. That's fine. Whatever. I did buy a new camera, so I'm hoping that it's working out better, because I'm like, I need to be able to have my phone. So I went and I bought one of those fun little vlogging cameras, but it also takes really, really good pictures. So I'm a happy camper. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping it's working. I forgot the boom mic for the top of it, so hopefully this is picking me up. We'll see. I am on my way to go get Cadence. She stayed the night at my aunt's house last night since we were out late, and so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back and I'm probably gonna read for a while. I'm currently reading A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, book number 2 for the Battlethon, because that is what we're focusing on in the month of September, the Battlethon. Woo! So yeah. That's all I got for you right now. I will give you an update more in depth when I get home and get settled and things calm down a little bit, and we'll go from there. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. friends. Hello, how are you? Happy Tuesday. We have now made it to Tuesday and I promised you guys an update, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you that update now. First, I'm gonna go turn off that fan because that never goes well for us. I'm back. Okay, had to turn off the ceiling fan because I've discovered that with like all of my videos and stuff, if that ceiling fan is on, you guys can hear that sound, and I'm like, that's annoying, and I don't want to have to keep trying to treble and reduce, and anyway, makes editing very difficult. Okay, so I promised you guys an update. So as you know, this month is focusing on Battlethon, and that is the readathon that is hosted by Mel Lenore Reads. And if you're interested, again, I'll tag her channel down below. You're welcome to join us. I'm sure there's still a little time. The first week is when all the major prompts are happening, and then it's like pretty much read whatever you want for the rest of the month, and it's based off of your star rating. So, and whether or not you got it with me, since I'm a green dragon, it's whether or not I got it from the library. So it's whatever I read based off my star rating, and then 10 bonus points should I have gotten it from the library, that kind of thing. You're welcome to check out all the details. Like I said, I'll tag her down below, and then you guys are welcome to follow along, tag along, whatever you want to do. Okay, so for this particular readathon, I qualified as a green dragon. So I took the quiz that was posted on Mel Lenore Reads, her YouTube channel. They are often found to be the smartest of the dragons, but the most level-headed. They look for similar qualities in their riders. These dragons and riders are smart, honorable, and cunning. You will often not find these dragons in the heat of battle, but rather keeping their group in line. Their riders are responsible for strategy planning. These dragons and riders are the most adaptive and can adjust to any situation. So that was what I qualified for, and it makes sense. It kind of suits my personality. So that's what I stuck with. I stuck with the green dragons. And so with that, we bracket out based off points and all of that stuff. So for the first week, it's September 1st through the 8th, and it's pick your dragon. So you pick your dragon and read the associated prompts, and then points come from bonding prompt, bonus prompt, and the level up prompt. And so for my dragons, every time I read a library book, it's an extra 10 points for my team. I've not read any library books yet. All of my library books are coming hopefully soon. But I guess we'll find out, right? Sooner rather than later, I hope. I've already finished one book for this readathon and for the first week's prompts, and now I'm working on book number 2. So book number 1 was for saddling up my dragon, and it was to read a book with movement. This one was read a book with movement, and I picked Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. It was actually very, very good. I gave it 4 stars. It was a 4-star read, which is a pretty good read for me. So basically what this is, it is kind of like a historical fiction fantasy type book. It's based off of the killings of Jack the Ripper in London in the 1800s. And if you don't know, Jack the Ripper was a serial killer and mostly sought out women who were prostitutes or sex workers, whores, that kind of thing, in London in the 1800s. And so I really wanted to read this book, and I've had it on my shelf for a while, so I figured, okay, I'll do it. Let's go. And it was really, really good, actually. So this follows Audrey Rose, who is a woman in the 1800s who wants to be a surgeon, and as you can probably imagine, that's not going so well. Her uncle is a renowned surgeon and generally works for the police department, Scotland Yard, whatever you want to call them, to work with murder victims to figure out the cause of death and maybe figure out the path that the killer was trying to take. And so she assists her uncle, which does not make her father happy at all. She has a brother named Nathaniel, and she lives with her dad and her brother, and their mother passed away from scarlet fever years ago when Audrey Rose was, I think, 12. And so you see kind of her family life and how it works out with her dad, and her dad is very protective, very overprotective, I guess. Doesn't want illnesses in the house, and in the 1800s in London, it was pretty easy to get sick. He is overprotective, wants her to be a lady of society. She has absolutely no interest in that and is trying to be a surgeon, and her father does not agree with her choice, which, you know, makes sense for this time period piece. Anyway, so her uncle and her and Thomas Cresswell, who is another, I guess, person working with her uncle, another student working with her uncle, are put in charge of figuring out who is Jack the Ripper. And there's lots of twists, there's lots of turns, it's quite interesting because it says on the back that I was the girl who loved the Ripper. And there is a romance in here, but you're like, that's too easy. That can't be right. That's too easy. And so it's interesting to try to figure out who exactly is Jack the Ripper. To be honest with you, I didn't think it until almost the very end, like the last couple chapters. I kind of figured out who it was, but I never figured out why he was doing it. And then when you find out why he's doing it, you're pretty stunned. So I gave this 4 stars. It was fun. I had a good time with it. I have a desire to read the rest of them. I think there's a Dracula one, and then there's a Houdini one. Yeah, I know there's Hunting Prince Dracula, and then there's one about Houdini. I don't know about the rest of them, but it makes me want to finish the series. It's very well written. It's fun. It's the same thing with like Anatomy and Immortality. I loved those books because of the female empowerment character and how it was a female that didn't want to do what was expected of them in society at the time period of these books. And that's how I feel about this. She was a woman of society who had absolutely zero interest in doing anything that was expected of her. More power to you. So the next book that I'm reading is to spark your dragon, and you read a book with like a red cover. And so I am doing A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. This is book 2 in the Darker Shade of Magic series. It takes place about 4 months after the first one that followed, where you first met Kell and the different Londons, and you met Lila. At that time too, Lila and Kell work together to figure out some fun, mysterious magic things happening in the first book. This book takes place 4 months after that. So, and it's interesting because it's following both Lila and Kell, and it didn't really start doing that in that first book until later. So it jumps right in to figuring out where they are 4 months later. And it's good so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not crazy far into it. On page 74, chapter 3 of part 2. But it's good so far. I'm enjoying it. I love this system. I love the characters in these books. I love the development. I love everything about them because they're growing up. Because you have Lila, who is this girl that just lived on the streets and is just trying to do the best she can. You have Kell, who is the last of the Antari, and he is, just trying to live his life. And something happened in the first book that makes him kind of a menace to society, and they don't know to trust him and all this kind of stuff. So he's fun to watch. And then you have Rye or Ree? I'm gonna have to figure out which one it actually is because it's R-H-Y. Anyway, and he is Kell's brother, but he's also the prince in Red London. So it's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic, and it's fun to see how it's all working out and how the 3 of them kind of commingle and play together and all that kind of stuff. So it's good. I'm enjoying it. V.E. Schwab is one of my absolute favorite authors, and I will pretty much read anything she releases and then some. I'm actually going to go see her on October 4th, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then this is my bookmark for this particular readathon. I am a green dragon, so I ordered the green dragon bookmark, and it is shiny and pretty and all of those things. And I have a Battlethon sticker on my laptop. So those are those two books. I have to get the School for Whatnots and Witch Hat Atelier Volume 4 from the library. They're on hold. They're on their way. They're coming, I hope. And then I will be able to finish the prompts. Luckily, the School for Whatnots is less than 300 pages, and Witch Hat Atelier Volume 4 is a manga comic book, so I'm able to like fly right through those because this guy is over 500 pages. So this is my thick one for this particular readathon for this week. So I'm trying to hustle and bustle and get through that one. So yeah, there you have it. That's really your update. Didn't film much over the weekend, like I said yesterday, just because we had a lot going on. Retirement party for my aunt on Saturday. Sunday was a concert that Justin and I went to. And then yesterday, Labor Day, we just kind of hung out. Like I played Mario Kart with the kids. Justin and I started watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3, didn't actually finish it. We had barbecue and we just hung out and put the kids to bed, and the kids are at school today, and we're back to normal at this point. So I'm like trying to send emails, I'm trying to pick up calls. I just already talked to my boss this morning. So we're back to where we were. And it's great fun. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get a lot of reading in for the rest of this week and go from there. I definitely want to try to get the main prompts done so that I can move into star rating territory, because starting next week, when it's based off your star ratings, 5 stars is 500 points, 4 stars is 400 points, 3 stars is 300 points, 2 stars is 200 points, and 1 star is 100 points. And then if you DNF, it's 50 points. So you still get some points for a DNF, but not nearly as many. So it's all based off of star rating. So you really want to try to read those higher star books. And then plus you get the extra 10 points for us if it's a library book. So I could get like 510 points on one book if it's a 5-star rating. Sounds fun to me, right? Works for me. So yeah, that's really all I have for you right now. I am going to get back to work here, maybe read a little bit, check in, see if anybody's doing any sprints to read with or productivity with, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So I will catch up with you again later. I hope you guys are enjoying the camp, like the new, it definitely seems better, like the clarity and all of that seems better with that, with my new camera. And because I got like the Sony vlogging camera, and now I can actually like show you guys what I'm doing on my phone instead of just, you know, saying, you know, can actually show you my phone and what I'm doing on my phone and anything else I might be doing, because this is like a lot easier to work with. So I'm really, really grateful I have this in my life now. I'll catch up with you guys a bit, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Bye. You see this? You see this dog? He thinks he can have my pizza. He acts like I don't feed him. Same with this one. She acts like I don't feed her. Yeah, you don't want to look in the camera because you know I just fed you. You're sitting here begging. Beggar. Yeah. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. You can't have my pizza. Neither can you. That's a no-no. Right? Yeah. Yeah. What? You got something to say? You got something to say? What you got to say? Nothing? Alright then.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
Hello again, friends. How are you? So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I am still reading A Gathering of Shadows, but I have made what I call not a bad chunk. What do you think? What do you think? I'm in part 4, I think. So yeah, I'm working my way through it. So then Justin and I went to the library because 2 of my holds are ready for pickup. So I now have The School for Whatnots, which is the next book I will probably read. And then I have Over My Dead Body, which is part of the just kind of gonna read it and rate it and see how it goes portion of the month. This is not included in the books that I have to read in the first week, but I'm excited. I've heard wonderful things about it, and it is absolutely 100% beautifully illustrated. So I'm very excited to read that. So yeah, that's really the only updates I have for you right now. I'm currently watching Gavin, who stayed up all night reading the 13 volumes of Blood on the Tracks. I had never heard of it. I really didn't plan on reading it, so I decided to just watch what he has to say about it. And it sounds intense, and I'm kind of glad I've decided I'm not going to read that manga series. That's where we're at right now. I got to give the kiddo a bath, the little kiddo a bath, and then get everybody ready for bed. And then I'm going to pick up my book again, and we're going to keep reading. So I will catch up with you guys later. Goodbye.
Calling sick in the morning, baby, don't leave. They don't need to know we're out here wild and free. They say we're crazy, it's too much. And yeah, we're crazy, deep in love. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't.
Hi, friends.
Hi, Francie.
So we are back at Charlie's school waiting to pick up Charlie, who stayed for art club, and I'm gonna take Charlie's friend home, and then the 3 of us are gonna go get some dinner, probably at some place fast foodish, Taco Bell probably, have some tacos, and then we're gonna take Cadence to her first Girl Scout meeting of the year. So then I suddenly decided to start listening to Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto. I have the physical copy of this book, but it was available on Libby, and I've been like, I really need just something I can read in the car or listen to in the car, and I'm like itching for something, and it was available immediately on Libby, and I was like, I'll just do that. I'll listen to it, and then I have the physical copy too. Life will be good. So far, I'm really enjoying it. Vera is very funny and very much like a grandmother, and it's so cute how she tries so hard to stay up to date with times, and she's like she's the one drawing the line around the dead body in her tea shop. Like, it is interesting to me, though, because in case you didn't know, Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers is about a little lady who lives in Chinatown who runs a tea shop, and she comes downstairs one day and there's a dead body in her tea shop. She doesn't know this man, doesn't know how this man got there, and so she decides that the police are not doing their job and decides to take matters into her own hands. So she's doing her own investigation. And so each chapter is a different person's perspective of what's happening. So you get Vera, but then you get people who she's considering suspects that are showing up, and they each have a reason to believe that they killed Marshall, who's the dead guy, but you don't know why they feel that way. You don't know what happened, and so it's like, it's all just kind of figuring it out. She's very cute. She is just like typical grandma, typical mom, like very cute, very, very into her tea shop, has all the right teas for you, you know. So it's very cozy so far, I will say that. And it has me smiling, so that's a good thing. I have gotten I've taken another chunk out of Gathering of Shadows. I'm almost to page 300, I'm over page 300. Haha, look at me. 313 out of 509 pages. So I got about that much left. So I should be able to knock that out pretty quickly, which will make me very happy. I was listening to Vera Wong as I was driving, and then when I was stationary and parked. So then when I would stop, I would read my physical book. So, because I'm desperate, I want to get this done. It's so good. I'm really enjoying it. It's a great story so far. It's just, it's killing me because we're, this far into it, right? And I have a feeling this part is going to have a lot of action, because it's going to have to, because like the whole thing nothing's really happened yet. Lila and Kel haven't even seen each other yet. Like, I'm like, what is happening? Let's get to the fun stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's keeping me entertained. It's, it's not like feel like I'm bored, because I'm definitely not bored. It's very good. It's just, I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of action here at the end, and then the third book's going to bring it all together. So yeah, I'm excited to finish this one up. I'm going to finish this one up. I'm going to read School for Whatnots, and hopefully my other manga comes in soon. Fingers crossed, because I need that one too. But we'll see.
Fingers
so yeah,
crossed, and see you when they come here.
That's really the only update I have for you. I've thrown another book in the mix, and I'm 2 hours and 18 minutes into it, listening to it at 1.5 times speed. So that's where we are. That's my update for you. I'm going to hopefully get my kid here soon so that we can go get food, and then yeah, I will catch up with you guys later. Bye. You're not gonna say bye? Say bye. No? Hi y'all, how you doing? Happy Thursday. I am looking hot mess express today. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired, but here we are. And I have an update for you. I finished it, and now I want to go to Barnes & Noble and pick up book number 3 because V.E. Schwab has done me dirty. She has never done me dirty before. I've read several of her books. She's never done me dirty. She ended this one on a cliffhanger. She doesn't end books on cliffhangers. But what's funny is even in the author's note, she says, I also want to point out that I made it 9 books without invoking the dreaded cliffhanger. But why kind of do it on this one? This was so stinking good. Like, seriously, if you want a series that has magic and intrigue and politics, has some serious political stuff in it, if you want a series that has, like, a slow burn, has all kinds of it has everything, man, this is a series for you. For sure. I am telling you. It is so good. And to tell you that I didn't really see it coming is like, I didn't expect the big bad in this book to be who he was. Because, well, I can't say anything because it'll be a spoiler. But needless to say, I expected a different big bad. and I need to know. I need to know what happens. So if I don't go today, I'm gonna go this weekend and probably get book number 3 because at least this is a completed series, right? At least I can actually go to the store and buy the 3rd and final installment, so I know what happens, because this is insane. This is insane. And I knew it. I knew it. I said it in my update before. I said everything is gonna go down because I only had, like, you know, this much to go. So I was like, everything's gonna have to go down. It's gonna have to go down because this is all like, you know, plot and, you know, filler and, you know, leading up to things. And then, yeah, in the last, like, 100 pages, boom with the dynamite. So there you have it. V.E. Schwab does it again. This is another 5-star read for me. And I'm so excited to get my hand on number 3. And then she's releasing Fragile Threads of Power, which I believe isn't necessarily a sequel to this, but is in the same world as this story. I'm excited. And that's when I go to see her, that's the copy of the book I'm getting. Fragile Threads of Power. But this, 5 stars, very good. I'm telling you, if you like a fantasy, if you like magic, if you like mystery, if you like intrigue, this is the book for you. If you like a slow burn, this is the series for you. Because, man, let me tell you, it was good. I enjoyed it. And now, for the Battlethon, I've sparked my dragon. But first things first, I have to bond with my dragon. How does one spark and saddle their dragon before they bond with them? I don't know, but I'm making it work for me. So the book for that is The School for Whatnots by Margaret Peterson Haddix, who apparently is quite the author. I did not realize this. I'm doing sprints with Lexi and a bunch of her Patreons, and I didn't realize that she had written The Strangers and then the sequels to that, obviously. And I know that Lexi loved that book because she talked about it in one of her videos a while back. And so I mentioned that this book was written by her, and she flipped her mind. So she's like, well, now I have to buy it. And then I'm looking through it and I'm like, wow, she has written a ton of books. Can you see that? No, because I'm not. She's written a ton of books. So if I like it, maybe I'll look into it. I like a good middle grade every once in a while. Just kind of cleanses the palate because they're easy to read. They're usually pretty quick, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this one before I have to go get Cadence. Luckily a friend is picking up Charlie and their friend, and yeah, I don't have to rush off for that. So I'm gonna pick this up, send some emails for work, and then see how far I get into this. The Chiefs play tonight, their first football game of the season. We will be watching that for sure. Because if you're new here, we are Chiefs fans, Kansas City Chiefs fans. I don't necessarily think that means you need to stop following me because I won't show you a whole lot of football. But we are Kansas City Chiefs fans, so we watch the games, we enjoy ourselves. It'll be a good time, I'm sure, certain of that. So, like I said, I'm gonna do what I said, finished Gathering of Shadows, a fantastic book, 5 stars. Gonna hop on into The School for Whatnots and try to get this one knocked out. And then we're gonna go from there because my other book for the prompts is still not at the library yet. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I have to figure something out. I'm sure I will though. I'll catch up with you. I'll let you know. I'm going to film this vlog up and through tomorrow, and then I'm going to edit it tomorrow night and probably Saturday, and then I'll start filming again on Saturday for another vlog, just because that's when this is when the weeks are ending for the Battlethon, is Fridays. So I'm going to film from Saturday to Friday and what I'm reading and what you're seeing and what we're doing, instead of doing my normal Friday to Thursday type. So there you have it. So you get one more day with me. This might be a very long vlog. I just need you to know that. Be prepared. It's probably gonna be a very long vlog.
What's wrong?
What
What's
is...
it? What is wrong?
You gotta read all the words, boo-boo.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I
Created
a dancing robot
called
the
Boogie.
Boogie Bot. But now it will not stop. Let me help you. First, we need to suit up. Now look at them. This is a job for Red Titan. Bebop boo bee bee. Moments later, at the lab, must dance. All I have to do is push this red shrink button. Wait, what? No. And then it will not make a mess.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? All right, so I think you're crooked. Let me. Good now. Okay. So I'm here to close out the vlog and kind of give you an update, a reading update on what I ended up getting done for the week. And I actually read 4 books. So go me, right? If you were paying attention, you know what the books are, but if not, I'll give you an update. So first I finished Stalking Jack the Ripper, which was good. And that got the Saddle Up Your Dragon prompt for me. And then I read Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, which got the Spark Your Dragon prompt for me. It was also very, very good. So then I finished listening to Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto, and this was really very good. I really did enjoy it. It was very cozy. I listened to it, but I also, like I said, I had a physical copy. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I need to turn off that fan. Okay. I'm back. So I really enjoyed it. It was very cozy. It's a very cute little murder mystery, and all the characters, it ends up being like a found family story, which if you've been here for a while, you know how I feel about a good found family story. I really, really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. It's very cute, very funny. It was fun to listen to, and I imagine it would have been fun to read too, but it was definitely fun to listen to. And then one of the things I liked about this book is it does end up from different people's perspectives. I think I mentioned that, but every chapter is a different person's perspective, between Vera, who is your lead, who is the one that is trying to figure out who murdered Marshall, to all of her suspects. But then there are also chapters where it's like, I'm trying to find one. It's her notebook. Here it is, yeah. So it's her notebook, what she's written so far about the murders. So it was very cute. It was nice. It was fun. It was a nice little palate cleanser during and after this bad boy. So it was good. It was a 5-star read for me. So then I did The School for Whatnots, and this is what bonded me to my dragon. This was okay. I'm not obsessed with it. It was cute. It's definitely a good story about best friends and how best friends can be different, but it's not their differences that like makes them friends, you know? It's very, very cute. And so basically you are following a rich kiddo whose parents decided to send him to a special school. It turns out that there's a whole situation with these things called whatnots, and that a lot of the friends that he made weren't supposed to be real, and all of these other things. So it all kind of comes together at the end. It's very cute. It's middle grade. It's cute in the way that it's about friendships and how friendships build and grow over time and change. Very shiny. I'm sorry, the light's not great. So it was really good. I only gave it 3 stars just because it went pretty fast. I did read it pretty fast, but you could kind of see what was going to happen. And like I said, it was a middle grade, and I like a middle grade every once in a while, but I'm kind of wishy-washy about my middle grades. What can I say? I can't help myself. So yeah, all in all, it wasn't a bad week. 4 books. Let's try that again. 4 books. Makes for a pretty good week, if I do say so myself. So yeah, that's really all I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I hope you come back, see what else I'm reading for the rest of the Battlethon. If you like what you see, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe. And I hope you guys are living your absolute best life. You are loving yourself, and you are reading some really, really great books. And I will catch up with you guys in my next video. Bye!
Hey, darling. Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.